A group that moves much needed supplies in the event of a disaster got some training in today in Cresswell. Thank you for joining us for the special edition of KZI 9 News. I'm Renee McCullough. As KZI 9 News reporter Noah Chavez shows us what the Oregon Disaster Airlift Response Team, also known as ODART, hopes to accomplish with this training.
Now, with some early morning showers and spotty sunshine, the changing weather made Saturday's exercise that much more unpredictable in a scenario where Oregon's coastal cities suffered a Cascadia type event.
I've got 45 pounds of apples and 42 pounds of potatoes.
Across Western Oregon, the skies saw an increase in travel as the Oregon Disaster Airlift Response Team prepared for a fictional scenario where, following the Cascadia earthquake, cities like Florence, Newport, and Lakeside were ravaged by a tsunami.
Large earthquake that may render the airports unusable. So in our particular case, we're using float planes, amphibians. We can land on land here, pick up supplies, medical goods, whatever it is, and then we can land on a lake down at the coast and distribute the supplies. When it's full, it'll weigh 2,250 pounds. And when it's empty, it'll weigh about 1,350 pounds.
More than a handful of planes took part in a well-organized operation, with flights landing along the coast, including in Florence, Bandon, and Newport.
Putting up 17 flights today to go to the coast. Those are coming out of 3 airports, one in Aurora, one in Albany, and one here in Cresswell.
And before long, all the planes participating, both big and small and fully loaded, were on their way to their assigned targets to provide aid.
My drop specifically is going here from Cresswell, Hobby Field to Lakeside, but instead of going to the Lakeside, there's an airstrip there. We're going to 10 Mile Lake, South 10 Mile Lake, and landing at Wolfie Beach there, and there's a team waiting there to pick up the supplies.
Since this is just an exercise, we wanted to know what would happen to all the food and supplies once the planes landed and they finished up their exercise.
That cargo will ultimately wind up in food banks along the coast to help those folks today even.
Now, coming up on this special edition of KZI 9 News at 8, I'll show you why organizers say exercises like Saturdays will help ensure that when disaster strikes, the aviation community will be able to come and fly in some much needed support. Reporting in Cresswell, Noah Chavez, KZI 9 News.